The Guam Education Board will be going into executive session tonight to approve, disapprove, or ask for an extension to the Department of Education's superintendent's renewal of his contract for 4 more years. PNC's Rizal Romanes reports that DOE Superintendent Jon Fernandez sent a letter to the board back in September expressing his interest in continuing his employment. But now the decision is in the board's hands.
The Guam Department of Education Superintendent Jon Fernandez's contract is up for review by the Guam Education Board tonight. Fernandez says the board will decide whether to extend his contract before it expires so that there can be a smooth transition in the event the board rejects him.
Tonight there's a special meeting that the board has called to discuss my letter requesting or letting them know that I would like to renew my contract. My contract expires on June 30th. Of next year. So I think in advance, trying to plan ahead for the school year, trying to make sure that we don't have to go through this process too late in the school year. I indicated that it would be great for them to know that I would love to renew, continue the work that I've been doing for the Guam Department of Education. And if they agree, then we can settle that now.
GEB Chair Peter Alexis Addis says the vote may or may not happen tonight, depending on what happens during the executive session.
The committee this evening will report out its findings, and there are going to be 3 choices. Either approve it, disapprove it, or they may also say, we're not taking a position on either or, we may want to extend for whatever reason.
Back in September, Fernandez sent a letter to the board expressing his interest in continuing to serve as DOE Superintendent. Addis says Fernandez did not ask for a change in his contract, but only for an extension. Under the current contract, Fernandez's salary is at $150,000 a year.
My understanding, and he is not asking a penny more. He says he wants to stay within the same contract. However, I am hearing that there may be some board members who have some concerns about a few language inside the current contract that they may want to see in the should they decide to offer him a renewal.
If board members choose not to vote tonight, Addis hopes they would have a better understanding in January, when Fernandez is up for evaluation. Addis says he received a total of 4 letters of support. The letters are from Governor Eddie Calvo, the Guam Education Foundation, Senator and former DOE Superintendent Narissa Underwood, and the Guam Chamber of Commerce.
I've, again, finished over 3 years on this term. That makes me the longest serving superintendent since Gloria Nelson and Catherine Uggan back in the early 80s. And because of that, kind of put in a lot of time, a lot of effort into keeping the department stable and keeping us focused on long-term improvements.
I will not deny I am in support of the superintendent, specifically for one purpose. For continuity purposes, we have the high-risk visit from USDOE here. We need to become much more stable. We have to look at the children, and the department. There has to be some consistency and firm consistency. Are there problems in the department? Of course there are problems, but you cannot isolate that problem to one person, because many of the problems have its inherited problem.
The
Guam Education Board will be going into executive session. They went in at 5, followed by the special meeting at 6 for the very latest update. Visit our website at pacificnewscenter.com.